lights dance with fire in the night. I'm wired. Watch the time pass us by. Is this feeling lying? Could you pass the lighter? Yeah, I'm trying to keep my cool. Nicotine in my veins, flaming up desire.
Hey guys, so in today's video we're hiking Horton Hill in Kananaskis. This one has been on my list for quite a while. It's been straight up this whole way. There's been no switchbacks, but this is a short but steep one, so it's a great workout so far. I'll see you guys at the top.
What am I supposed to do? Cause it feels so good. Feeling wild like a zoo. Put me in a mood. Put me in a mood. Maybe I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Baby, I should've known that it ain't real. How'd you know how to get into my feelings? You're a trip giving me hopeless solution. Hopeless solution. Hopeless solution.
Hey guys, so we're at the first lookout of Horton Hill. It is a beautiful view. We get a nice view of Barrier Lake, although it's frozen and covered in snow right now. But I will continue on to the rest of the trail and I'll show you guys the very end. I'll see you in the next clip.
I was born to the dirt, I shall return when my eyes are closed. In the shadows, my enemies will think they won, but I'm here to stay. Destiny will overcome, no, I am not afraid. Like a phoenix in the night, my soul will rise. From the darkness to the light, I feel alive. I'm a fire, burning bright, I'll never die. Like a phoenix in the night, I will survive. Oh, I will survive.
Hey guys, so we made it to the top of Horton Hill. We got to the summit register, which is right here. I just threw some business cards in here. We all signed it, kind of. And I'm putting it back now. The view from this spot, I think, is not as nice as the previous view, like the first view. But it's still nice, it's still decent. We're gonna do another quick hike after this one. We're doing Troll Falls. It'll be my third time doing that one this year, but it's a really, really beautiful waterfall in the winter time. So I'll see you guys during that hike.
all the pain, all the hurt, all the lessons I have learned. I am stronger now, I won't let me down. Oh, my enemies will think they won, but I'm here to stay. Destiny will overcome, no, I am not afraid. Like a phoenix in the night, my soul will rise.
We made it to Troll Falls. It's just behind me here. We're gonna continue on and see the Upper Falls next though.
From the darkness to the light, I feel alive. I'm a fire, burning bright, I'll never die. Like a phoenix in the night, I will survive. Oh, I will survive. I'm a fire, burning bright, I'll never die. Like a phoenix in the night, I will survive. Oh, I will survive.
So we made it to the Upper Falls. We're gonna head to Marmot on the way back, but this is what the Upper Falls look like. Hey guys, so we're just behind Marmot Falls right now. This is definitely a must stop on this trail. I've never been here before, but I highly recommend it. Don't stop at the first two. Definitely check this one out. Welcome to my after hike summary for Horton Hill and Troll Falls / Hay Meadows loop. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with Horton Hill first. This has been on my list for actually like a year now. I discovered it like I discover a lot of hikes online. I saw a post of it on Hike Alberta. I fell in love with the views and I always made a mental note to do it, but it's such a short hike that
I almost like didn't want to do it, to be honest with you. And then I saw posts of it recently, found out there was a summit register. You guys know I love my summit registers. I just love them. I put my business cards in them when I can get to a summit register. So I decided to do this one as well as Troll Falls Hay Meadows Loop because, you know, Horton Hill was already short. It's good to do like 2 in a day, or if you are looking for a back-to-back hike day, this is a great option. So these are both really great options to do kind of together. They're pretty close to each other also. I think they're about 12 minutes away from each other. So if you start early, you can do both. Horton Hill is actually along this road that I've never been down. Never done any hikes in this area. I think there's a couple more down here, Lusk Creek and Lusk Ridge. Also, I think Horton Ridge is another one. We just did Horton Hill this day, and then we continued on to our next one. So let me just find the stats of this one. This one we clocked in at 3.5K with an elevation gain of 368 meters. So if you get anything from those stats, this is a short hike, number one. Number two, it's going to be quite steep because you are gaining 368 meters of elevation in about 1.8, around there, 1.8 kilometers. You're getting 360 meters of elevation. So this one is a grind from the start. This one is just straight up. There's no switchbacks, nothing like that. It is pretty steep all the way until you get to the ridge, and then it kind of like plateaus, and it's really nice. So yeah, it's really nice when you get to the ridge, but when you start this hike, not so much. It was really reminiscent of something like Prairie Mountain, for example. Not quite as steep as Prairie Mountain, I don't think, but it is the same kind of idea. So it is straight up, and there's not a whole lot to look at, especially in the beginning, until you turn around after you gain a little bit of elevation and you're like, wow, I'm pretty high up already. And there's not a whole lot of views on this one until you reach the first viewpoint. The first viewpoint, in my personal opinion, has a better view than the summit because this area is very treed and very forested in. Also, if you are looking for a trail that's super popular that you want to do solo, or that you feel safe doing solo, I don't think that this is a good option for you because this is not a popular hike at all. This video probably won't even get that many views because this trail is just not a popular one. Not a lot of people do it. But also, another thing to note is be careful on this one because right now with the snow, it's a little bit easier to navigate because the trail is packed down. You can see where people have stepped, and we are pretty late in the season as far as like winter hikes go. We're almost at shoulder season, so this trail is well packed down at the moment. It's easy to navigate at the moment, but when you go in any other season like spring, when there's no snow left over, summer, you might have a little bit of harder time navigating this one. Although I did find this one on my Garmin, so I was able to map it from here. Although my Garmin died like halfway through the hike. I think it died right at the top and then I didn't have a map really coming down, but it's pretty straightforward at the moment. There is a lot of ribbons marking the trail, so you just have to watch for those if you are planning to do this like in the summer or anything like that. The views are pretty decent. You get views of the Barrier Lake and that sort of thing. You get that sort of view, but it's not super high up. So it's not like you're hiking, you know, like Mount Baldy or something, and you get this incredible view of all the mountains, Yates, and the lake and everything like that. You do see Yates Mountain, you see the lake, but you're on a lower summit, if that makes sense. So yes, the first lookout is where the views are most definitely, but yes, continue along the ridge to get to the true summit, and the true summit does have a summit register, which is nice. It's kind of funny because I just did South Baldy. I'm actually about to film my after hike summary for that one after this one, and that one is super challenging. It has a lot of peaks, it has a lot of false summits rather, and that one doesn't have a summit register, but Horton Hill does. So it's kind of interesting. And then we moved on to Troll Falls / Hay Meadow Loop. So we did all the falls at Troll Falls. I didn't do the All Trails Trail per se because the All Trails Trail is only like 3 point something kilometers. But in our case, we did a loop that was 5 kilometers with an elevation gain of 175 meters. So this one was significantly a lot easier than Horton Hill. Horton Hill, again, it's not really like a, you know, like a true mountain summit or anything like that. This is just a smaller one. So this one I would classify as moderate, and then the Troll one definitely easy. So I have done Troll Falls for the 3rd time this winter, 3 times, and I hate peoply hikes, so I don't know why I've done this 3 times, but I also really wanted to go to Marmot Falls, and I wanted to go to the Upper Falls, and the first 2 times that I did this trail, we only made it to the first falls, because the first time we did this, it was starting to get dark out, and it was getting into sunset. I did that the first time, and then I took my 2 co-workers on their first hike, and we did just get to the first waterfall. So this time around, I wanted to see all 3, and my favorite's actually Marmot Falls. So you can just get to Troll Falls, very, very straightforward, lots of people, very busy trail, not steep or anything like that, a good beginner hike, a good kid-friendly hike, that sort of thing. But then you can continue on up to the Upper Falls. It does get a little steep here, it's just a really big hill, but it's still a lot easier than Horton Hill. You get to the Upper Falls, and then you can go down a little bit, and then off to one side is Marmot Falls, which were my favorite, my personal favorite. The Upper Falls were actually really cool too. Everything is frozen still at the moment when I am filming this video. Marmot Falls was definitely my favorite of the day, worth it, and the photos on that one turned out great. And then we continued the loop around Meadows and back to the car, and I think this loop is really highly less trafficked than the original trail. You just follow the signs, honestly. You get to the bridge at the kind of the point between Troll Falls and the Upper Falls. There's like a bridge, and you follow the bridge, and then there's like a big sign that says Meadows Loop, and then you can take that route back to the car, which is slightly longer, but it's through a beautiful birch tree forest. You get to see the river as well. This was a really beautiful route, and that is all for this video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button below if you are not already subscribed. I upload 3 times a week, Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.
I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Fell in love with my broken pieces, took 'em all.